Hello, I'm Dango Rose. Welcome to the Mountaineer Podcast, where everybody's listening. The Mountaineer brings you the latest news of the Peak to Peak region, in print, online, through our podcast, social media, and special publications. Now, listen in to the latest news of the area with our local journalists.
Hello there, everybody. My name is Jamie Lammers, and welcome to Music of the Mountains, where to be and what to see, brought to you by the Mountaineer Podcast. Our featured musician this week is actually performing tonight as I upload this episode. To learn more about Andre Lamotte and his performance tonight, be sure to check out last week's edition of Music of the Mountains. Today, I'm bringing you a flashback interview. The Gold Hill Inn is currently shut down for the season. It'll open again in May, but to honor the incredible musicians it's brought to perform at the venue, I wanted to bring back one of the first interviews I ever conducted for the podcast. Today, I'm bringing you an interview that I conducted with a very good friend of mine, Finn O'Sullivan, to shout out a show that she had performing at the Gold Hill Inn. This interview was conducted in 2021 and was featured in episode 38 of the podcast. Let's flash back to 2021. Hello, my name is Jamie Lammers, and this is my interview with young Colorado musician and friend of mine, Finn O'Sullivan.
Hi, my name is Finn O'Sullivan. I'm 19. I live in Denver. I'm a singer-songwriter.
I'm going to give a full disclosure to everybody listening on the podcast. I really wanted to interview you. I've been really excited for this. I've been hoping that you'll be performing in the Peak to Peak area at some point in the near future because I love you so much. I admire you as a songwriter so much, and I've been really excited to hopefully interview you. So this is all my.
Jamie. I'm excited.
Yeah. So yes, this is all my doing. This is all my hope. But you are finally performing in the Peak to Peak area. Do you mind telling us where you're performing?
Yeah, I'll be playing a show at the Gold Hill Inn on December 5th. I'm very excited. I'm going to be playing with a band for the first time. It'll be very fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so amazing. What got you into music in the first place? What has inspired you to really pursue music and songwriting especially?
Yeah, I think I grew up in a house with music around me a lot. Both of my parents played music and are big music fans, so it's always kind of been a part of my life. I started kind of realizing that I wanted to write music and perform and write songs and everything after I started playing guitar, which was when I was 11, 12, I think. Because when I picked up the guitar is when I started writing songs. And pretty soon after that, I realized this is the thing that I'm the most passionate about. And when I'm writing music, I feel like I can kind of show the most authentic version of myself. And I just feel really comfortable doing it. It feels pretty natural to me, I guess.
You grew up in a musical family, but were there any other musical artists growing up that really inspired you or stuck around with you for a long time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're probably going to laugh when I say this because it's the most obvious answer if you know me. I grew up listening to Taylor Swift, and she's been one of my biggest inspirations as a songwriter, and still to this day with her new stuff. And I think she's really great. And probably a lot of the techniques she uses for songwriting have kind of influenced my songwriting as well. And just because I think I've been listening to her since I was in fourth grade or something, she's just stuck with me for a really long time. Other artists too that I just kind of grew up listening to because my parents listened to them have stuck with me. I'm a really big David Bowie fan, and obviously my music sounds nothing like his, but I think that just having those kind of artists in my life and having listened to them for a while has been pretty influential for me.
Is there a particular style you would say in regards to how you've learned how to play your instruments or how you actually play them? Do you think you've acquired a certain style?
That's a good question. I guess the kind of music that I write is in the indie folk pop genre type thing. When I play guitar, I really like finger picking a lot. I do this weird thing where I never use a pick when I play. And I think just all of that stuff kind of just comes together to be a sort of style, which I'm not totally sure what it is, but yeah.
What was your first time playing live?
Yeah, I think my first time playing live was actually, I was a part of the E-Town Handmade Songs contest in 2016 in Boulder, and they choose 20 people to come play their songs at E-Town, and I was one of those 20. I think it was my first experience kind of like playing one of my original songs in front of a room of people. So it was terrifying, but also it felt really good. Yeah, I think that was my first time playing and having that experience. And it was really wonderful and made me realize that even though I'm like pretty shy and introverted, I actually do really like being on stage and performing and playing my music.
And what are some of your favorite parts of playing live?
I think that in day-to-day life, I find it hard sometimes to kind of express how I'm feeling or what I'm going through. But I feel like when I play live, and especially like play my own music live, that kind of goes away for a little bit, the kind of nervousness about showing who I am or talking about what I'm going through. I feel like when I play live, it becomes like a lot easier for me, I guess, and I feel like that's when I'm the most real version of myself, I guess.
You might as well take a second to just brag a little bit. You recently won a very incredible honor. Do you mind talking to everybody about that?
Of course. This summer, my song When the Power Comes Back On won Song of the Year in the John Lennon Songwriting Contest, which is still like, I don't know. I've said it many times out loud before. It still doesn't really feel real because it feels so crazy to have my songwriting recognized in that way. It seriously means the world to me that something that I created could like impact people in that sort of way. It means a lot to me.
Are there any other projects that you're looking forward to creating or contests you're going to submit soon or?
Yeah, over the past year I've been actually like writing an album, and I've never really written songs specifically for an album before. So it's been kind of like an interesting process of just having this very purposeful way of writing that still obviously feels flexible and creative and stuff. My plan is to record those songs on my own actually and try to produce them on my own because I want the experience, and also I feel like it would be cool to say that I recorded my own album by myself. So I'm working on that, and I have no idea when it's going to be out, but it's in progress. It's in the works.
Is there anything else you want to add about upcoming stuff and things involving your music or things you love doing with music or anything else in particular?
Good question. I guess I'm really excited to kind of be playing live again because the pandemic pretty much like put a halt to that for the past year. So the show at Gold Hill Inn that's coming up, I'm really excited for. And then I'm hoping to just kind of get back into playing at the places that I was playing before, like in the Boulder, Denver area. So yeah, like keep an eye out for that. I would love to have people like come see my shows and everything when that starts happening again.
I think that's pretty much it from me in regards to big questions. I want to thank you so much for coming on board. This was awesome.
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, for sure. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was really nice to talk to you, Jamie.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Finn, for coming on board and doing this interview. It's always an honor talking with you. It was great interviewing you and asking you questions I've always wanted to ask you, and I'm so excited to promote your show at the Gold Hill Inn on Sunday, December 5th, 2021, 401 Main Street in Boulder, Colorado at 7 p.m. You can listen to her music wherever you listen to music. That's Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you want, it's all there. I would especially recommend the song Every Time and the music videos for Pity Party Thoughts, all one word, and When the Power Comes Back On, her John Lennon Scholarship winning song, because you might just catch a special guest singing along with her or starring in the music video with her. I really appreciate you coming on board again, Finn. You are such an awesome friend, and I cannot wait for your show at the Gold Hill Inn. Thank you so much, Finn, for jumping on and talking about your Gold Hill Inn performance. But I really hope that I get to shout out another show of Finn's once again in the future. Be sure to head back and listen to episode 38 in full, because not only does it contain this interview from Finn, but it also contains an interview with writer John Scarf and an interview with retired teacher Elizabeth Evans. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Music of the Mountains, Where to Be and What to See, brought to you by the Mountaineer Podcast. We'll be back very soon with another episode, and I'll be back next week with a regularly scheduled Music of the Mountains. Be sure to keep an ear out for the next episode of the podcast, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to head to our website at themtnear.com, and if you want to support local news from peak to peak, click on the subscribe button in the top right corner of our homepage to get access to our digital subscription and or send a physical subscription to your mailbox or to the mailbox of someone that you love. If you have any questions or suggestions, be sure to reach out to our editor-in-chief, Barbara Hardt, at info@themountaineer.com, myself at media@themountaineer.com, My co-host, Tyler Hickman, at Tyler, Tyler, at themountaineer.com, and general inquiries at frontdesk@themountaineer.com. You can also find us on Facebook and YouTube, and follow us on Instagram at mtn.ear. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day.
Sounds above my head, they whisper to me softly, please don't do this. I've been too far gone, I've got my tunnel vision on, and all the best written songs remind me of you.
The song that you are currently listening to is called How Was Your Night? It's written and performed by Finn O'Sullivan and was featured on her EP These Days, which came out in 2021 by the time this Flashback episode took place. Be sure to keep an eye out for shows from Finn O'Sullivan by heading to her website, FinnO'Sullivanmusic.com. And be sure to keep an eye out for when the Gold Hill Inn opens for its regular season in May of 2026.
You come around. It's not you, it's me, and I should stop all my complaining and don't wait for you to say you'll take me out. It's not you, it's me, and I should stop all my complaining and kiss you till our lungs give out. Waited at the bus stop and you said that you would show up, but we've only got an hour till it's over. Compiling all my notes together, I just need a change in weather. Winter's never been my favorite season. Waited on the rooftop and you said that you would show up, but we've only got an hour till it's showtime. Sat in silence realizing that you had made plans without me. No, I don't mind, I swear to something. So how was your night?
And that's it for our show. Subscribe online to get more access to more news, weekly updates to our community calendar, and a link to our YouTube channel by visiting themountaineer.com. Be sure to use the coupon code PODCAST when subscribing for a 10% discount, only available to our listeners. If you are in the local Peak to Peak area, be sure to pick up a print edition of The Mountaineer at a local business. I'm Dango Rose. Thank you for listening.